Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and in this overview video, I want to show you some of your plier choices for your jewelry making projects. I'm going to start with some of the ones that I think are the more commonly used ones and then go into some of the more specialty ones that you may or may not be aware of. First off, I'm going to show you the round nose. Like the name suggests, it has two round noses, and these are great for making wrapped wire loops and simple wire loops. I'm going to grab a head pin and just quickly show you how easy it is to make a loop with a round nose plier. Then there are also chain nose pliers. These are great because you can easily grip the end of a piece of wire, such as this loop here, and open and close it. There are bent nose pliers, which are much like a chain nose plier, but with that bent nose. I'm going to open a jump ring here so you can see these two in action together. So you just grab either side of the jump ring and twist open. So that really is a very easy application and use for these type pliers. Then there's another variation of plier which works very similarly but is a little bit different, and that is a flat nose duckbill plier. And if you look at the tips here, you can see the difference. One, like the name says, is flat nosed. So that is something that you'll want to take into consideration when choosing your pliers to what are you going to be using it for and which is going to be the best plier for the project. Then there are also crimping pliers. Now, crimping pliers are used for beading wire, and they allow you to very easily and securely crimp beads. They come in a variety of sizes, so you'll go ahead and you'll choose a size that is best for you. Then the other type of common pliers are cutters. So different types of wire require different cutters. So there's a memory wire cutter. Memory wire is incredibly strong and it will damage most regular cutters, so you'll want to use a memory wire cutter. And then there are cutters which will give you a different type of cut. So there's a double flush cutter, flush cutters, and end cutters. Now before I move on to the specialty pliers, I want to pull out what I would recommend as a good starting plier set if you're new to jewelry making. And these are the pliers that are going to allow you to really do most projects. And I would recommend these four. And there's a variety of brands available, so you'll just choose which one works for your budget and which one you like best in terms of size. So I have the chain nose plier, the round nose plier. So these two combined will allow you to make wrapped wire loops and simple wire loops and to open jump rings. The crimping pliers will allow you to use crimp beads in stringing projects. And the flush cutter will allow you to cut the ends of your loops, to cut other wire bits, cut your beading wire, whatever you maybe are using as a material for your stringing projects and your jewelry making projects. So these four types of pliers are really what I would recommend as a good starter set. Now I'm going to move into a little bit more specialty pliers. And these are really fun. They all have very specific uses, but if you are doing a project that requires one of those uses, they're very handy. You will really learn to love them. First off are hole punching pliers. So you just go ahead and sandwich whatever material it is that you're punching, such as a metal stamping blank, in between the noses and compress, and you'll punch a very nice uniform hole. And these come in different sizes, and there's also replacement tips if you end up using these a lot and wearing them out, but it does take a lot to wear these out. There's also rotary leather punch pliers. Now these can be used with other types of textiles as well, such as flat cork, faux leather, whatever you are maybe using that you want to punch a hole in, and you can actually go ahead and rotate the tip to get a different size hole. I'm going to show you really quickly on these how easy they are to use. So I have some flat cork, and perhaps you're doing some riveting and you're going to want to go ahead and punch a hole in it. So you just go ahead, sandwich the material, punch, you'll hear a little click, and you end up with a very nice, perfectly placed hole. Then there are dimple pliers. So these create a decorative dimple in a stamping blank, and I'm going to show you quickly how to use them. I just have this little demo blank. I've used it for a couple different things. Just sandwiching the blank between the two noses and pressing. Doesn't take a lot of pressure. And these come in a variety of sizes. So you can see, I just created that little decorative element to it, which is fun. This one right here that I keep knocking with these other pliers is the one-step looper, a very popular plier. This actually creates simple wire loops and cuts them for you all in one step. Now, pliers that create the loops but don't cut them but are still very handy are wire looping pliers. And you can see they come in a variety of sizes in terms of the loop you're going to create, as well as this one here, which is one we love in the design space. It has a round nose and a concave nose, and I'm going to show you how it works really fast. So you're just going to go ahead and take an eye pin or a head pin, whatever it is you're working with, put the bead on it, go ahead and grab the wire with the plier, hold the bead, squeeze, and what it just did was it created half my loop for me. And then all I have to do is pull the wire down, rotate, and pull the wire over to the side. And now at this point I could just snip it and I have a simple wire loop, or I could continue to hold it and create a wrapped wire loop and just trim off my end. We use these a lot. If I was going to recommend one other tool to add to your basic starter tools, it would be this one. Then continuing on with some of the more specialty pliers, we have bail making and Mandrel pliers. These are fun because they come in a variety of shapes, and each nose has a little bit of a different size shape, so it's like getting two pliers in one. Now you can wrap wire around here, you can wrap filigree if you want to make a nice filigree bail. Really nice for creating uniform shapes over and over again. Then there are wire banding pliers. If you're doing precision wire wrapping, you know that that first wrap can be really challenging. This helps you get it started. Split ring pliers to open up split rings. Finally, we come to nylon jaw pliers. These are great because the nylon tips help to prevent nicking and marring of your metal. You can see we've got round nose, flat nose. We even have bracelet bending ones, which will allow you to bend wire, a piece of filigree, a stamping blank into a more curved bracelet friendly shape. So if you'd like more information on any of the pliers you've seen here, I know I went through them pretty quickly, please check out the Beadaholic website. We have lots more videos on these particular pliers as well as more details about their uses.